Oof. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Can We Talk About It Too? Can We Talk About It Too is a trending topics reaction podcast, basically where we react to whatever been trending within the day, within the week, within whatever. This is your first time in here, hit that subscribe button and tap in with us. If this is not your first time, welcome back, fam bam, you know what I'm saying? But we have couple of topics to address today. Of course, if you've been anywhere, you've been seeing what's been trending. And you already know we got to share our own opinions about, what's trending. This is what we do on this channel, amongst other things. So, sit back, relax, and let's talk about these two topics. One, Rich Homie Quan. Secondly, the LA, cypher beef, I guess, really between Figgmunity World and No Jumper. So let's get right into these. First, RIP to Rich Homie Quan, man. If you don't know what's going on, or even if you do know, I'm gonna just go ahead and reiterate the situation. Rich Homie Quan passed away. I mean, we found out he passed away today. Found by his girlfriend at the time. If you don't know the situation, because at first I didn't know what happened. Then I learned more about the situation from research. Apparently, bro took some fake perks and I guess last night he passed out. He was asleep. His girlfriend saw him there. She didn't think much of it. Went asleep, woke up, took her son to school or whatever, took her kid to school, and she came back and bro was still there. Um, she no, I think she said how did she say? What did she say? She said when she in the morning before taking her son to school, she put a blanket over him because he was still there. So she thought since he didn't come in and sleep, he's passed out there, all that good stuff, right? Anyway, she comes back from that and Brett's still there and he has no heart rate, no, all that good stuff. Then she calls the people and that's how they found out bruh passed. So RIP to bruh, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy to find out that Rich Homie, you know what I mean? I mean, this is Rich Homie, bruh. Like Rich Homie, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to think that because this whole fentanyl thing and all that is gone wild recently. I don't know if anybody, because a lot of people will say, oh, stay away from drugs completely. It's not really even that, to be honest, because everything we do kind of has its own scare or fear to it. So if you tell somebody that's already into something, hey, stay away from it, you might die, they're gonna be like, bro, we can die from anything. That's not the issue. The issue is being more careful whatever vice you have. Trying to tell somebody don't do a vice is dumb. You can't tell nobody don't do nothing. You know what I mean? But you can tell them, hey, yo, that vice you're into, bro, is dangerous right now, bro. You're gonna have to be extra careful. Sometimes when we put a lot of effort into, put a lot of work into trying to achieve some of these things, like trying to do some of these vices, then we realize that these vices ain't really what we into. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I'm gonna say this. Let's say you found out that when you smoking a bleezy, for you to smoke a bleezy, like, you at home, you can smoke a bleezy anytime. Then you go somewhere where for you to smoke a bleezy, you have to walk a mile. You can't smoke in the apartment, whatever it is. You have to walk a mile to smoke a blunt. I promise you, you ain't gonna be smoking as much as though you had it around you. You know what I'm saying? Where it's easily available. And that's what I'm saying. It's not about cutting the vice all the way out. Don't tell nobody, oh, stop doing this. No. It's like, bro, be careful. Be extremely careful. You know what I'm saying? Because in that process of you being careful, you gonna realize that, bro, I don't really even want to do this joint. Like real talk, like, you know what I'm saying? And as I said, RIP to bro, because Rich Homie, bro, like I fuck with bro. Like I thought bro disappeared from the whole scene for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fifi with Draven, man. For shout out to you. But what was I about to say? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, Rich Homie had disappeared for a little minute, man. You know what I'm saying? He had disappeared for like nobody knew where he was for a little minute. You know what I mean? I remember, if you don't know, I'm Nigerian born and raised, but when I came to America, I've been in America for a while. I went to the South. I was in Tennessee, Nashville to be specific, right? So when I went to Nashville, of course, what I'm saying, I came in 2012, literally the beginning of 2012. So all the music wave, that's when the trap was hidden, live mixtapes, that piff, all that good stuff. Rich Homie was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Rich Homie, when I came, he wasn't, I didn't hear of him till I think the next year. But either way, once he came up, he was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad to see or sad to hear, that the brother just passed away. 34 at 34 years old. 34 is pretty young. Bro, like 34 is pretty young. He's not that much, like, older than me type thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just to think about how life, you know, you could have it like this one day and you could lose it like that. It's something that we as human beings, um we as people, we need to be more careful about. Truthfully, anything can take you. Anything can take your life. You know what I'm saying? Truthfully, anything can take your life. But you rather like the thing that takes you out not be something that, you know what I'm saying, you did to yourself. I mean, you know what I mean? Um, if you're chasing your goal and something happens, that's different, right? You're achieving something. But when you, let's say, for example, you put your hand in fire and you get burned, that's dumber, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to when, I guess, stumble upon fire, right? If you pass from that or you get burned from that, it's like, I didn't know. But when you knew and you put your hand in it, then it's like, you know what I mean? What you gonna tell the creator? I picture this, not to get too morbid about it. I'm just picturing, if you don't, I gave the story earlier, right? About the girlfriend finding him there. Let's just assume, let's get a little spiritual with it. This is bro talk, right? This is me, Almighty. We love to talk deeper, conscious, spiritual stuff. If bro had passed away moment, like hours, because clearly he had to have passed away hours, because overnight she came and saw him, he was gone for a while, right? If his soul, his spirit, his entity, whatever, was there around, right? How do you think he felt at that time? You know what I'm saying? By the way, RIP to bro. I'm just thinking, like, how do you think bro felt at that time? Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe this happened at night. Let's say he choked on whatever it is, and passed at night. So from what I'm hearing, these pills, perks, or whatever it is, what they do is slow your heart rate down. And of course, let's be honest. By the way, if you don't know, I was pre-med in school, and the graduate with a biology degree and microbiology and stuff like that. But when something slows your heart rate down, slowing your heart rate and speeding up your heart rate all have to do with pumping blood. Your heart, I don't know if fight or flight. When you experience that fight or flight, when everything looks slow, or that superhuman strength, that adrenaline push, is because your heart rate is pumping super fast. Like, think of your heart rate like think about it like a pause and play type thing, right? Regular heart rate is regular play, right? This is regular play. Once you speed it up, right, that's increasing your heart rate. Everything goes in super max, right? Of course, like this, the opposite is also the case, right? Where basically slowing your heart rate means everything slows down. Now you can imagine, from what I just told you, you slow your heart rate down too slow, you can either, one, be perceived as dead, or you could die. Because when you start slowing your heart rate, there's a lot of things in our body that needs these fast blood, right? Blood moves within your body within milliseconds, right? Like real shit. Like blood is moving within milliseconds, not a second. Like like it's really moving so fast, pumping with your, you know what I mean? So when you withdrawing these things that used to milliseconds response of blood, now you maybe giving it maybe a second, maybe even more, maybe minutes, or all these organs that need, they're gonna shut down. It just makes sense, right? And that's so bro could have passed away. He did pass away. He did pass away peacefully. I mean, well, I can't say peacefully, because who knows? He might have been choking. He might have opened his eye to realize he was I don't even know. I'm not even trying to. But the main thing is, what I'm saying is, let's imagine if bro was there in the spectral form, right? When this happened, let's say it happened overnight. Of course, he can't, as a specter, or whatever it is, as a spirit, you can't affect things. You can't really touch things. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Assume that bro, right? As I said, trying to tell them to stop that vice, it's not going to work. Like, that's not how that works. Their brain is completely changed, different. You don't, unless you're on the vice too, you can't think of, you can't things that you think you can do by yourself. Okay, I can handle this vice by myself. You could, but you ain't. So if you ain't, get some help. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this whole situation, I'm not even gonna lie. I was shocked. I was shocked. I wake up early and I do my morning meditation and mental state and all that. You know what I mean? And I see that, and I was just like, yo, like, what the fuck? This man passed for what? Like, what? You know what I mean? And then come to find out, of what it was. I didn't even know, bro, even, well, perks and stuff like that is very common within rappers and stuff. But I didn't know bro took stuff like that. I really did. I had no idea. So finding that out, I was just like, damn, people, I'm definitely gonna do a video to talk about it. These vices. You know what I'm saying, and not to tell you, hey, completely stop vices. Nah, what I'm trying to tell you is be careful. You know what I'm saying? Most of these vices you think you're doing, it's only because they're accessible to you. If they weren't accessible to you, you probably wouldn't do them. Real talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just be careful with that. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan. Condolences to his family, his girlfriend. That can you imagine? Can you just imagine? Let's talk about old girl. Imagine being old girl. You know what I'm saying? One night you're with this guy, the next morning, bro's gone. That can be heart shattering, bro. It can be, and if you haven't had death happen around you, then you probably don't understand. When a close person dies, and someone that is like so close, like maybe you saw the person yesterday and then today they're gone. When that happens to you, it restructures your brain, because it's watching death in movies and all that stuff is cool. But when it's something, look, when the person has been woven into the tapestry of your life, and then that thread, that fabric is no more there, you can feel it. Like it makes mortality feel so much more realer to you. You know what I'm saying? It's much more authentic. You know what I'm saying? And some people can't handle that, that trauma, that realization. Some people, it's just too much. Because society, let's be realistic, society doesn't necessarily teach you or train you for things like this. You know what I'm saying? Society kind of just, is very surface level, right? So it doesn't train you how to deal with laws, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to kind of mentally deal with that yourself, and people do different things. People handle it in different ways. Some people get into vices. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Maybe bro got, Rich Homie was going, he was, he's part of this, not part, but his name was dropped around in this whole Lil Woody YSL trial thing, all this good stuff, right? So I'm just shocked, bro. I'm just shocked by the whole thing. And you know what I'm saying? Oh, girl, man, you be strong, girl. Be strong, be strong. Everybody else that's involved in vices, just be careful. You know what I'm saying? Don't get into some that, what I mean? Just be careful. Just understand that, you know, if you want to live long to whether enjoy your vices or like whatever, do something else, you might want to cut that crap out. You know what I'm saying? Or be extremely careful about it. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, let me know your thoughts about it as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be the only one. I definitely want to. I also want to get people's opinions about the situation, because it seems pretty it's a pretty touchy situation. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? But yeah, let me hear your thoughts about it. Let's get on to something else. Next thing that's on the table is the No Jumper Figgmunity World Cypher Battle. So apparently, No Jumper did a cypher, that dropped. I think it dropped 2 days ago, or was it yesterday? 2 days ago. And Figgmunity World dropped a cipher right like hours later, or right after they dropped their cipher, right? Trying to do the whole Kendrick thing, right? And I would say it was interesting. I'm not even gonna lie, it was pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because if you see the No Jumper cipher, right? So No Jumper cipher had Adam 22, had Flacco, had Brick Baby, had Almighty Suspect. I had what's his name? What's brother name? Lush, like Lush One, right? While the Figgmunity World one it wasn't even a cipher, it was more like a song. It had just AD and T-Rep, right? The No Jumper cipher, and this cipher thing, clearly it was inspired. It looked like the cipher stuff was inspired by what's it called? Kai Sinat's group, right? It seems like it was AMP. That I think I heard what's it called? I heard Adam 22 say that the cipher was inspired by the AMP cipher. Now that cipher, these two ciphers, the Adam 22 cipher, or should I say the No Jumper cipher and the Figgmunity World cipher. I'm gonna be honest with you. I listened to both of them. I literally just listened to them before starting the stream too. And I might have to give it to the Figgmunity World cipher. Now, production wise, or should I say the look of a cipher, yeah, I give it to No Jumper, because it looked like a cipher. It looked more like they were joking around. I won't say joking around per se, because Adam 22 was definitely joking around in the sense of his bars were not barring. Lush One, his bars were not really necessarily barring to me. No offense, man. I'm not, observation. Brick Baby's bar, or at least his part it sounded good to me. You know what I'm saying? Almighty Suspect part was good. Even Poetic Flacco, shout out to Flacco, my African brother, man. Flacco's part, I love the beat, the flow, and all that good stuff, man. It came out pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? So, other than that, right? I don't. The No Jumper one was more like jokes to me. It was definitely. It just gave off a whole jokey vibe. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? And as I said, production wise, like the look of it, it looked like a cipher. It looked like the AMP cipher, right? You know, You know what I mean? But and there was a whole lot of, of course, it's dissing. I'm trying to dissing Figgmunity World. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I also have the link, in the description right here. So, uh, you know, it just it was okay. It was okay. It was more fun in games. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to hear your thoughts about it because to me, I think that cipher was not. It wasn't as. I mean, it didn't. It didn't hit. Mind you, you know what I'm saying? I'm neutral. I'm Switzerland in this more. I lied. I'm more the Figgmunity side. But when it comes to this, I'm just definitely judging it without bias. As I said, Brick Baby, Flacco, and Almighty Suspects, they verses or they parts in it was straight. Now Lush and Adam 22, I wasn't really feeling it. Maybe it's just I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's just me. I like to hear people's thoughts about it. Now the Figgmunity World cipher or Figgmunity World video, that one I was fucking with it. The concept, even the hook for the song, it wasn't a cipher. It was a song. The hook for the song was hard. You know what I'm saying? It was a team snipe, team snipe. Teen snipe, teens. Yeah, hey, it's a catchy little like Dora the Explorer type thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was catching. And of course, AD can rap. So, you know what I'm saying? Who I didn't expect was T-Rail. T-Rail came in there, you know what I'm saying? I had some bars, and I was just like, yeah, I didn't even know nigga couldn't. You know what I mean? I seen that he was a rapper and all that good stuff, but some things are like, some skills, if you don't use them for a while, you assume, the person, you assume you lose them. Actually, you not assume, you actually lose some of these skills that you don't use for a while. So it's good to see that bro actually still, got the skill. Now, the cipher was, clearly, of course, dissing towards Adam 22. You know what I'm saying? It's just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie. It's like, which of them am I gonna like? I can't even say it because to be honest, like, I'm definitely not about to, I'm not about to lie. You know what I mean? I'm not about to lie. You know what I'm saying? The teen snipe is, you know what I mean, what's going in. I ain't gonna lie, it's going in. And mind you, I'm not even talking about the context and like the content, what all the things they were actually saying. Because if you go in that, I'm saying Figgmunity World and No Jumper. Of course, you already know what's gonna be going on. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Yeah, I'd like to hear your thoughts about it because to me, I think it was good. It was a good, for sure. Content wise, it was a good idea on both sides. And I think recently I heard on the most recent community episode, shout out community AD and Pun, they were talking about and Flacco as well was on the most recent episode, like today's episode. So they were talking about sitting down. You know what I'm saying? Both podcasts, sitting down and talking. I don't know how that's gonna play out. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I seem like hey, that might be, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's content. As long as things don't get violent, which we don't know. You know what I'm saying? If the Punchgate is involved, it might get violent. You know what I mean? And I don't know, because the main issue will be because everybody else doesn't, except for maybe I don't know, maybe Brick Baby that's riding with Adam like that. I think everybody else is cool with Figgmunity World members. So I don't see it becoming something, but it might. You never know. You know what I mean? Just being real. Like, I'm saying all this now. When that time comes, that video pops up, I'm be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So at the same time, you know what I mean? I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it though. You know what I mean? I thought it was a good idea. They could have maybe perhaps Figgmunity World could have gone longer with the video for sure because and they could have done a cipher style, but the way they had it, it looked good. I'm just gonna be honest, and as I said, when it comes to content, like out of both of them, yeah, I'll give it Figgmunity World. The song was harder. It was a song though. You know, that's the thing. You comparing a song to a cipher, you comparing jokes to a little bit more. Yeah, they were still bullshitting in the Figgmunity World, but it was a little bit more structured, more put together. So I don't know. You know, I mean, I like to hear your thoughts about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know. It's your boy Almighty, man. It's been another episode of Can We Talk About It Too? I'm trying to do these more like this, like at the end of every day, talk about the trending topics for the day. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's, you know, if this sounds interesting. If this is better, you know what I mean, let me know. And you know, and I'm just talk about the topics, and then I'm gonna leave the links to, you know, everything I'm talking about, you know, the videos or whatever it is in the description. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can easily get access to them. Of course, when I clip it as well, I'm gonna leave the links as well. But if you like this style, more podcasty, more conversation, less of showing all the videos. Personally, I prefer this style because it's kind of easier, and you know, podcast wise, I can podcast all day. You know what I'm saying? So if you like this style, let me know. I'm definitely trying to do these more every day, because if I use this style where, you know, I just sit and talk about the, you know, and then clip it up, it's a lot better, and I can produce a lot more content than if I'm using clips and, you know, taking clips from one thing to another. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yo, let me know. So we just talked about, of course, RIP Rich Homie Quan, and Figgmunity World, no jumper, cipher battle, and all that. So let me know what you think about it. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Almighty. I appreciate everybody on here. Stay mighty because we are almighty. I am out. Peace and blessings. See you later.